The election now a dead heat.
Separated by razor-thin margins.
Neck and neck.
Feels like a jump ball race right now.
For all intents and purposes, horseshoes and hand grenades, it's a coin flip.
The tightest race in a generation.
As tight as it can get.
As tight as a tick.
As tight as a too-tight bathing suit and a too-long car ride home from the beach.
She really wants to make sure that Americans know her backstory, walk away understanding her policy stances, make sure she needles Donald Trump, gets him to lash out, expose the flaws that she sees in him, stays calm, be ready for all attacks.
You finished?
There are some people who are worried that she might be over-preparing.
Really?
They expect some goading remarks from Harris. They have stressed to him over and over again, do not respond. If you're going to respond at all, to use facial expressions, not to actually go out there and say anything.
What?
I have but one question for you.
When it comes to the economy, do you believe Americans are better off than they were 4 years ago?
Oh, yes.
I imagine and have actually a plan to build what I call an opportunity economy. My plan is to give a $50,000 tax deduction to startup small businesses. I intend on extending a tax cut for those families of $6,000.
And we'll be rich, rich. We did it, baby. We made it through the rain.
We have millions of people pouring into our country from prisons and jails, from mental institutions and insane asylums. They're dangerous. They're at the highest level of criminality. They are taking over the towns. They're taking over buildings. They're going in violently.
I see.
She's a Marxist. Everybody knows she's a Marxist. Her father's a Marxist professor in economics, and he taught her well. But when you look at what she's done to our country,
I want to turn to the issue of abortion.
Oh, my God.
we've gotten what everybody wanted. Democrats, Republicans, and everybody else, and every legal scholar wanted it to be brought back into the states, and the states are voting. And I did something that nobody thought was possible.
Interesting.
I have talked with women around our country. You want to talk about this is what people wanted? Pregnant women who want to carry a pregnancy to term, suffering from a miscarriage, being denied care in an emergency room because the healthcare providers are afraid they might go to jail, and she's bleeding out in a car in the parking lot. She didn't want that.
What?
I'm going to invite you to attend one of Donald Trump's rallies. He will talk about windmills cause cancer. And what you will also notice is that people start leaving his rallies early out of exhaustion and boredom.
Say what?
First, let me respond as to the rallies. She said people start leaving. People don't go to her rallies.
Boom! Drop the mic.
People don't leave my rallies. We have the biggest rallies, the most incredible rallies in the history of politics. Our country is being lost. We're a failing nation. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
I quit.
I just want to clarify here. You bring up Springfield, Ohio, and ABC News did reach out to the city manager there. He told us there have been no credible reports of specific claims of pets being harmed, injured, or abused by individuals within the immigrant community.
Well, I've seen people on television.
Let me just say here, this is the
people on television say my dog was taken and used for food. So maybe he said that, and maybe that's a good thing to say for a city manager.
I'm not taking this from television.
But the people
I'm
on
taking it from
television
the city
saying their
manager.
dog was eaten by the people that went there.
Again, the Springfield city manager says there's no evidence of that. Mr. President, on January 6th, you told your supporters to march to the Capitol. You said you would be right there with them. Is there anything you regret about what you did on that day?
It wasn't done by me. It was done by others. It would have never happened if Nancy Pelosi and the mayor of Washington did their jobs. I wasn't responsible for security. Nancy Pelosi was responsible. She didn't do her job. I had nothing to do with that other than they asked me to make a speech. I showed up for a speech.
Yeah.
Great story. Compelling and rich.